Here's a beautiful deck. This actually is going to be a serving window and bar right here, which again is going to be a really cool feature for our guests. Over here, the deck needs some love. So as you look up, we're going to do some things to the ceiling to make it more appealing. This entire part of the deck, we have to redo this. So this will be all brand new. We're going to stain everything to match and look gorgeous. And then as you come over here, this is probably one of the coolest and one of my favorite things about this whole place. We're gonna put a hot tub right here, which is really important in the Smokies. You have to be, in order to stay competitive, you've gotta have a hot tub. And then coming into here, we have this awesome little room. So this will be a game room, but the idea would be to have a couple game tables, stuff like that. And then the hot tub over here. So in theory, kids could come over here, or adults could come over here, or whatever, play the games, be loud, do whatever. They've got their own space apart from the house. So this is a really cool room. We're really excited about this. Everything will be cleaned up, all the brush, shrubs, whatever. It'll not be as scary and foresty as it's looking right now. So what's going on in here is we've chosen a darker floor to set some contrast between all of the tongue and groove, a kind of sort of like a more golden hue in this room. So the flooring is going to be all brand new LVP. And then pretty simple dining room table over here with an awesome chandelier. If you check out up here, we're still debating what to do up here because it came with this really cool chandelier. And then there's two fins that match it up there. And so just depending on the final design plan, we'll either keep that or we'll get rid of it. But what we love about this place is this room is so beautiful. It's got these really cool features like these bears. Makai, what did we name the bears? Ted and Fred?
Yeah.
We've got bears, the fireplace is beautiful. Over here, we're thinking about putting a little reading nook with a couple chairs and just a place for some people to sit and enjoy coffee or hang out or talking or wine or something in this corner. But that's the overall design plan for this room as of right now. So we'll see what happens with the final product. Now we're in the kitchen. So this has been an interesting, at first we're talking about painting the cabinets. We got talking to a contractor and he had suggested actually putting in some white shaker cabinets. I love white shaker cabinets. We do this in pretty much all of our flips. It's super popular right now, but also just gives a nice clean look. We're targeting a little bit higher end, so it's worthwhile putting some money into some of these renovations. We're looking at going ahead and just ripping out the cabinets right now. So over here, they left us with this gorgeous stove. This is probably the best feature of the kitchen. Absolutely beautiful gas, just super high-end looking. We have a vent hood already. So this area is gonna stay basically the same. We're gonna tile this, put in those white shaker cabinets in here with granite countertops. And then this here is a pantry. They had turned it into a pantry, but they took space from another bedroom closet and closed it off to make a big pantry. What we're gonna do is kind of split it back, so that way the other bedroom still has a closet, so it's a legal bedroom. And then this will still be a small pantry where guests can come in and store some of their food. And so if you check out down here, this is kind of a bit of a hazard. We didn't really want to have to worry about people climbing up these stairs. The banner already needs to be replaced for it to be structurally sound. So what we're going to do is actually take out these stairs versus fixing them. We're going to take this door out as well. And we're going to have the fridge moved over to this space. So it becomes a more functional kitchen. So if you're cooking, you can just come over and grab what you need out of here. And then you can see that this beautiful tongue and groove wall is right in here. It's kind of spread throughout the house with a little bit of tongue and groove. So what the plan is for over here is we'll create a cool little like coffee bar. People can come and make their tea and their coffee in the morning, and it'll be like a super cute dedicated area to that. And then if you pan over here, this is going. You have a beautiful window that you can look out. And then this is gonna stay the same dishwasher, washing area where you can keep all that. All of this is gonna come out. We're not gonna do any uppers in here. One, to save on cost, and two, just to give that really cool design element with this cabin. And then one of my favorite parts is what we've actually decided to do here is also remove this door. So this door is gonna come out, and we're gonna put a serving window right here. We're gonna put a serving window where the door is, and it'll be a little kind of cocktail station where you can have fun, make a drink, pass it out to the outside bar. It's really just to give one of those cool features that people can have fun with while they're on vacation. What we're gonna talk to the contractor about right now is this bar. So this is beautiful in the front, we like this. The problem that we're running into is this house is gonna sleep 10 to 12 guests. And so we need a pretty big sized dining room table. This is really the only space to put it, but right now, if we put that in, people will be hitting the back of their chair up to this, and it just kind of creates an awkward space. It's really awesome if you can be cooking and then you can turn over here, you can continue to prep stuff. You can have some people sitting at the countertop, hanging out, talking, kind of like a more social area. So what we're gonna talk to the contractor about, we haven't fully decided, is moving the island back to here. And so it becomes a really cool space where people can hang out and talk, and just kind of bring that whole thing together. And then two, it separates from the dining room table. So if the adults want to have a dinner over there and sit the kids over at the bar, or vice versa, it gives that opportunity. Coming into the bathrooms, we originally had this, when we did our first walkthrough, we were gonna try to just paint these, change out the fixtures, and then in here, remove the shower door and change out the fixtures in here. Unfortunately, how these have to be accessed, the best way is gonna be that we're gonna have to go through the tile. And if we're gonna have to rip out the tile, it's kind of one of those scenarios where if we're gonna rip out the tile, then we might as well, if we have to already redo the bath, then why don't we just throw in another vanity for 500 bucks, make it look all updated. We're already gonna do the toilet because these are little midget toilets. We're not sure what's happening there, they're very tiny. That, and we just want updated, really nice toilets for our guests. So this is actually turned into this bathroom and the other bathroom we're only gonna semi-reno. We're actually gonna go ahead and just update both of them. Laundry area, so the guests and the cleaners will be able to use laundry with no biggie. So I'd say by far this is the worst room in the house, but it's huge. It's really cool. I don't know what their plans are. I'm not sure what was happening here with this whole thing. But this beautiful wall paneling was stuck to they glued to every single wall. So all of this is coming out. It's gonna get re-drywalled. So I think this will be a really fun room. I have a ton of ideas for it. Maybe do some cool decals on the wall or something to make it just super unique. Most likely a TV on the wall here. Then we've got this little room here. Most likely we'll throw a queen in. Who knows, maybe another bunk. We're still deciding. This is the smallest bedroom of the house. And actually right here is where the closet, where you saw in the kitchen, this is the room that lost the closet that we're just gonna give back a little bit of that space to. We're changing all the doors out. These are, you don't really feel luxurious when you look at these doors anymore. So we're gonna leave the stairs as is because they're really actually quite gorgeous, and they have a lot of the black, dark, like black and gray tones to them already, which will match the LVP flooring. We're gonna be replacing the LVP up here. So this is also something that's gonna be fixed. So we're debating whether or not to keep it rustic or just go modern with the handrail. And we come into this bathroom, you can see absolutely stunning floor. Who doesn't love that? And beautiful, artistic geese on the shower. So same situation with this. If we're already gonna rip out the tile, we might as well just go ahead and do everything over. So we'll redo vanity, all that. This will be an all brand new bathroom. We're always looking at ways to save, but also make sure that things are looking nice and neat and beautiful and all things. So this is really cool. This is an ensuite, which is really important when you're renting short-term rentals to have ensuite bathrooms. It's something that guests really enjoy, especially if two families are traveling together. They don't want to share bathrooms, but we've got a little closet in here where they can keep their stuff on the way to the bathroom. And then you've got this main room. We're gonna keep the wallpaper because it's super cool. Just kidding. So this is another good sized room. We'll put a king bed in here, make it feel really great. TV, all the rooms are gonna have TVs. We're gonna try to get as big a bed as we can, but this room's a great size. This room will look great.
Alright, so thank you guys very much for hanging out with us again. It's going to be very echoey. You're going to hear a lot of the sounds on the outside, but that's cool because this is a new project. We're here just on site, just kind of trying to keep up with letting you guys know what's going on with everything. First Airbnb rehab project. It's going to be interesting. Thank you guys very much. See you next time.